Hello, everyone. Welcome to 2D Board Gamers. My name is Dave,
And I'm Dirk.
and today we're going to take a look at Zola, who is the fourth villain in Rise of the Red Skull campaign box, which was our first campaign. So Zola is all about minions, particularly mutated Hydra minions, and he's giving them upgrades and all sort, and just spamming lots and lots
Yeah.
and lots of minions at you.
Upgrades.
Makes them tougher. All right.
All right, so we've got the Island of Dr. Zola. So this one, whenever we're setting up, we're going to make sure we grab Zola 1 and 2 if we're playing standard, Zola 2 and 3 if we're playing expert. You will grab a standard encounter set, so there is no required module for this. And then you'll grab one modular encounter set, and they recommend under attack. And for the setup, you'll search the encounter deck for Hydra Prison and reveal it. And then for each player will search the encounter deck for a copy of the Ultimate Bioservant and put them into play, engage with them. Then you'll shuffle up the deck and start playing.
Okay. So Hydra Prison is a side scheme. It has one thread on it. Each player searches their deck, discard pile, and hand for a hero-specific ally and place it face down beneath this scheme. Place X threat on this scheme where X is the total cost of all the allies beneath it. Each player shuffles their deck. When defeated, remove this scheme from the game and return each ally beneath it to the owner's hand. So you lose your signature ally.
Yep. And if you happen to be one of the few decks that has more than one, you get to choose one.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's a search. Okay, so then we've got 4 copies of the Ultimate Bioservant here, because of course you have to start with at minimum 1 per player. But it is a Hydra Mutate with 4 hit points, schemes for 1, attacks for 1, comes in with toughness, and it gets +1 attack for each attachment on it. And as a boost, you'll give the villain the tough status card.
Okay. And then side 1B of the main scheme comes in with 6 threat per player threshold. And you add 1 threat per player per turn. It starts with 0. After resolving step 1 of the villain phase, place 1 test counter here. Then, if there are 3 or more test counters here, discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until a minion is discarded. Put that minion into play, engage with the first player, and remove 3 test counters from this scheme.
So yeah, if because of however it turns up, if there's like 5 test counters, you're only removing 3, so it's going to turn around and pop really fast.
You only check during step 1.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, and then so that one, so this one's multi-level. This one, whenever it's revealed, each player searches the encounter deck and discard pile for a minion and reveals it, and then shuffles the encounter deck afterwards. So you do search, so you get to choose which minion, but you do have to reveal it.
Yeah, it's all about getting a whole bunch of minions
Yep.
on you. Then we have the Mad Doctor, comes in with 1 threat per player, adds 1 threat per player per turn, threshold of 8 per player. Forced response after resolving step 1 of the villain phase, place 1 test counter here. Then if there are 3 more, that part's the same. So the ability is the same, but now if this gets completed, then you lose the game.
Yep. All right, so then we have Zola, stage 1. So he's got 12 hit points per player. He schemes for 2, he attacks for 1, and he has retaliate 1, and he is a Hydra android.
Okay. Then we got Zola stage 2, 2 scheme, 2 attack. He comes in with 14 hit points per player. He still has retaliate. Search the encounter deck and discard pile for test subject side scheme and reveal it.
Okay, and the test subjects, there's actually 2 copies of this in the deck, but it comes in with 2 threat per player. And when defeated, the first player discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until they discard a minion and reveal that minion, and then it has a hazard on it.
Okay. And then stage 3, Zola. He's got 16 hit points per player, 3 scheme, 2 attack, still has retaliate. When revealed, each player searches the encounter deck and discard pile for a minion and reveals it. So again, it's all about making sure that you have a minion. Okay. And we've got several different minion types.
Yes,
we already know about the Ultimate Bioservant because we showed those because you start with those.
Right. Then we've got 3 copies of Zola's Mutate. So this is a Hydra Mutate with 5 hit points. It schemes for 1, attacks for 2. And when revealed, you'll discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until a tech attachment is discarded. You'll attach that to the Mutate, and if it comes out as a boost, you will shuffle Zola's Mutate into the encounter deck.
So you can't get away from them. Then we got a Berserk Mutate. 0 scheme, 2 attack, 3 hit points. Hydra Mutate. It's got Quick Strike. And as a boost, you place a test counter on the main scheme. Then for each test counter on the main scheme, Zola gets +1 scheme and +1 attack for this activation. So this is one of the ways where you could end up getting more than 3, on there. But again, the check is only at step 1. Then we're all about getting them attachments.
All right, so we've got 3 copies of the defensive programming attachment. So this is a tech. You'll attach it to the minion with the most remaining hit points that does not already have a copy of this. If there's more than 1 minion tied, you get to choose. And if you cannot, the card gains Surge. The attached minion gets +2 hit points and gains Guard. So you do have to kill them before you can attack Zola.
All right. Then we got 2 copies of Pain Inhibitors attached to the minion with the most remaining hit points without another copy of Pain Inhibitors. So he can have defensive programming and Pain Inhibitors. Yep. If you cannot, this card gains Surge. Attached minion gets +2 hit points and gains Retaliate 1.
Okay. We've got 2 copies of the Neurological Implants. These give the minion 2 scheme, +2 scheme, +2 attack. You'll attach to the minion with the most remaining hit points without a copy of it already. If you can, it gains Surge, but they get +2 hit points in addition to the 2 attack and scheme.
Okay. Then we got 3 copies of Mind Ray. It's a treachery. When revealed alter ego, Zola schemes, you are confused. If you're a hero, he attacks and you are stunned.
We've got 2 copies of Technological Enhancements. So this treachery has Incite 1, so it'll add a threat to the main scheme when it comes out. And when revealed, you'll place a test counter on the main scheme. And if it comes out as a boost, it'll still place a test counter on the main scheme.
Okay. Then we got Zola's Experiments. It comes in with 3 threat per player. Force response. After a minion enters play, attach the topmost tech attachments at the encounter discard pile to that minion, and it's got an acceleration. And as we saw, there are lots of ways to get minions. Plus, there's a lot of minions, in the deck. So
yep, and there's quite a few attachments too. So
right, so that can trigger quite a bit. All right. Then they suggested Under Attack, which we've seen before, but we'll go over it again.
All right, so the Under Attack side scheme comes in with 3 threat. When revealed, each player chooses to either place 2 additional threat here or deals 3 damage to that hero. So, of course, if you're an alter ego, you have to add the threat because you're not a hero, you can't do it. It comes in with a Crisis Icon on it.
Okay. Then we got Vibranium Armor attached to the villain. After the villain takes damage, give it a tough status card. Hero action, exhaust your hero, and spend 2 strength resources to discard.
The concussion blasters. You'll attach this to the villain. It gives them +1 attack. Also gives them retaliate, and you do have to exhaust your hero and spend 2 energy resources to get rid of it.
Okay. Then we got 2 copies of Concussive Blast. When revealed, deal 1 damage to each friendly character. Deal 1 damage as a boost. Deal 1 damage to each character you control. So, Rise of the Red Skull was the first campaign box. So this is, I believe, the only campaign that recommended modules that didn't come with the box because, the game was just starting. So the Legions of Hydra we had in one of the other villains and Under Attack, is from the base game, which is a requirement to play the game. So that's why they could add those, and it was a limited number of encounter sets, I think, at the time.
Yeah, there weren't a whole lot. So.
Yeah, I mean, but as we've shown, if you've been watching the series, the base game had a couple extras. The Green Goblin had a bunch of extras. So yeah, we've been getting a bunch of extras, but they weren't going to include the Green Goblin ones because that would require you to own the Green Goblin.
Yeah, and they wanted to make sure that if you got a set that the only other thing that you would need would be the base set because that's required to play anyways.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you for watching, everyone. Please like and subscribe.
And if you want to see more content by us, go ahead and hit that notification bell down there, and you will get alerts whenever we post new videos. All right, see ya.